We'll stay on Adam though. So Adam releases an episode after the bootleg Kev thing. So this is when the whole crash out happens. So this is when we jump into the community thing, where is that the timeline? I'm fucking up the timeline. Just play this real quick.
Okay, continue playing this.
Yeah.
All right.
Goofy, do you really think that I'm scared of Pun waiting outside of the building? You know exactly where we work. What are we talking about? If you wanted to do something, you're not going to talk about it on the podcast. You probably already would have done it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying, I'm not worried about it. So you can talk as tough as you want on the podcast. I'm not sweating.
Now turn to motherfucking, we
piss.
talking about death. And won't smoke is green light, nigga.
So yeah, so that was pretty much what happened was, go ahead.
Did he just say, let's talk about death? Green lights is his favorite. What was he about to say?
Did. So pretty much,
With the nice music behind.
Because pretty much what happened was, after the bootleg Kev thing, also Adam, one of the things Adam said about the bootleg Kev thing was, I know what they're going to do. All they're going to do is go to the community, and we're going to watch Fat Pun back there. He's going to threaten us. They're going to wolf and bark and things like that. And that's literally what they did. And it was embarrassing that they did exactly what they said it was going to do. So Pun is on there.
They turned Adam into Morpheus.
How old is Pun? He doesn't look like he's in fighting condition.
Exactly. I mean, he's got to be knocking on 50, I feel like.
Are you serious? And how old is Adam? Adam is in his
Adam's
40s?
39.
39.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
I don't know. Pun might be around his age too, but he just looks 10 times worse.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's in the same, like he can exert enough aggression to really hurt somebody.
So what happened that was kind of crazy during this stream that Adam kind of knew they were he called their bluff pretty much. Like, all you're gonna do is go online, you're gonna wolf and bark. That's all you're gonna do. Talk about how you're gonna beat me up. That was that thing where they was talking about, we down for whatever. We down for whatever. I'm on whatever everybody else is on, which we can play that again. But AD actually shows his pay stubs and how much he was actually getting paid on this stream as well.
It's a lot of last resorts, nigga.
Yeah, it's a lot
everybody's losing.
It's a lot of kamikazes.
How is everybody losing to each other?
Well, that's what happens. You know, the human mind, monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
And a kamikaze is a big, it's a spectacle.
Yeah. So,
I like how they just have like peculiar bitches on the side just looking.
They probably don't really know what's going on.
They got perfect posture and shit. Damn, everybody got a fucking show.
Yeah, with some titties
damn.
on.
But wait, why are you pulling all this?
No, because they didn't pull up in the note, so I'm scrolling through them from the downloads because I airdropped them.
I think that was the first time I saw Poetic Flacco not wearing pajamas. But what?
You said with some titties, right?
Yeah, I just saw like 5 sets.
I told you have to have a woman around.
A little Molly on the show, help you transition.
I mean, guys, she could be Quenisha. I mean, shit.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the girls, her position. See, that nigga kept calling them girls so much that fucked me up.
But AD showed on that stream, outside of them threatening them, AD showed
Did
how
he say
much.
some nice thing?
No, he didn't, of course. AD showed how much he was getting paid. On
how much is that?
And it was $2,000 every 2 weeks, so roughly about $4,000 to $6,000 a month.
Okay.
Which was essentially what Adam was saying, how much they got paid.
So they're making $60,000 a year?
Yeah. And when you break it down,
nigga, in LA, they probably robbing catalytic converters.
2 hours of work a day, and he only had to come in twice a week.
That's not too bad. That leaves you plenty of time to do other things and have other means.
He was almost getting like $500 an hour almost.
Okay.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's chiropractor money, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can go ahead and play this. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna look for it because I didn't see the link in the
He
joint.
gets paid like a gynecologist.
Yeah, you gotta,
so it was like
gotta go to
they
ICDC.
showed it, and I don't know. That looked crazy. That looked kind of desperate and crazy. Just like
everybody's throwing Hail Marys in the same game.
Yeah, everybody's throwing Hail Marys. But he pretty much showed how much he was getting paid, and then saying, "I make way more than that." But it was like when you really think about it, he was getting paid good for fucking 2 hours of work a week.
You talking about when he was working for Adam, right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, sometimes, like, money isn't always everything.
Right.
Like, sometimes you have to think about, all right, what you're doing for the money, what you don't have to worry about for the money.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about what goes on behind the camera.
And he also had and he's also running Community at the same exact time. You know what I'm saying?
Adam lets him, make money outside. He didn't fuck
and
him
I'm
over.
sure he's bringing probably because I mean he had that direct injection infused. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While he was on there, so it's like when Community was in its peak, Nick, they was getting about 80 to 100,000 a clip. Like when it was at its peak, like it's nowhere near that now.
Which
but,
makes sense. And and you making more money now, but that's because you took on more responsibility.
Yeah.
Those things are innately connected a lot of times.
Right.
You're putting in more effort.
Law of diminishing returns. You just got to make sure it stays even.
Yeah, so it's like you getting about $4 to $6 grand every month for 2 shows, 3 hours of work. Not even really trying to apply yourself to be better either.
At the same time, though, this is LA we're talking about. In North Carolina, this sounds like what I want my life to be. Like,
no, this is a salary. This is a
like,
real salary.
This is a government job with benefits.
That's a fact, right?
401ks.
That is another thing too that I was always thinking. But you know what else I was thinking when I hear them complain about that bread, even though I don't exactly know what that conversion is, but we do know LA is fucking expensive. It's like I don't think they're used to regular paychecks.
No.
I don't. They all speak like niggas who haven't had jobs that got paid every 2 weeks or every week.
Right.
I don't
like that's what, because it drives me crazy that so many of them get on there and they do this Adam changed my life thing. But I'm like, how the fuck did this nigga change your life? It like, but I guess that is life changing when your paycheck you don't know when you were getting paid before. Like,
other than just the pay, like Adam put them in a position to where they're famous.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's life changing shit alone.
That's true.
Regardless if they was making money.
But normally when they normally when they brought that up, it was always about the money.
It was always about the money.
Yeah, it was always about the money. Yeah.
So you don't think it's possible that they're making the most money they've ever made now?
Possibly, for sure. Because a lot of them are rappers, and rap, there's not a lot of money in rap unless
there's a lot of money in the streets, but not everybody is getting that.
And not everybody's even good enough to even get it. Like
any old head you ask that used to sell drugs when they was 18 will tell you that they had $100,000 at one point in time.
Right.
It never fails. They all say the same shit.
That's a fact. They were always
at
the man.
one point in time, and now they have nothing to show for it.
And Adam's probably making more money now too, just because he restructured shit differently with the new
He has less niggas to pay probably too.
Less niggas to pay him differently.
He has a whole lot more people to. He has a whole lot less people to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, he put his bitch in the front lines. Like,
he really sacrificed everything for his. He really she was a sacrificial lamb.
But
it's not even about
his girl's cervix.
Yeah, it's not even about the money though. It's about being in LA and you know a nigga that's famous and is really eating like that.
Yeah.
And it's all about perception. Like they think because it's No Jumper, No Jumper and Breakfast Club, they damn near synonymous. You know how niggas be.
You know what?
So
now that's a really good point because on this 5-month check-in, these niggas is, I mean, that's just, these are some regular fucking niggas. Like this is not no iHeart Breakfast Club production.
Yeah, it's not.
These are regular niggas. Like
It's a home movie.
This is sloppy. This is a sloppy business. Like all over the place. That's all. These are regular people who have never. It's just like you've never even had a job before. Like I'm getting the vibe. You never done 40 weeks at a place before. That's why I'm getting these vibes off of you niggas.
You never put in a 2 weeks notice, nigga.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, I guess I thought of them a little bit higher because they were working for No Jumper, and I was like, I expected more of them.
Nah,
it's just a bunch of lazy niggas that got opportunities.
Nah, they're
that's what it comes down to.
They're the niggas.
Well, when you put it like that, that's beautiful, niggas.
It's a bunch of lazy niggas that got an opportunity. That's all it comes down to, nigga. I feel like I've realized over all this content I've watched, I've done more work than all these niggas.
Yeah.
And that was before we had anything with motion.
So who's smarter?
Who's smarter in their situation?
In that regards, because we working a lot harder. To get a lot less.
The people.
Who's they?
Yeah, about to say who's they?
Talking about them.
The community.
The only people that matter in this whole
T-Rail and AD.
I would say that's it. Not even and barely AD because AD has this fucking fat ass anchor pun on him. So I can't even say he's doing the best big anchor because he's got this nigga bringing him down everywhere he goes. You know what I'm saying?
Assist.
Yeah, it's like the only person I can say is really doing okay. The only real positive remarks I have for niggas post this collapse is T-Rail.
Right.
T-Rail and I'm at 50% with AD, but I got a shit ton of criticism for him too.
Yeah,
you know
I feel like we gotta count AD. AD been doing his thing.
He has.
He been working.
He might have a fat fairy floating above him, but it's still.
You see,
that's the fairy he's been chosen.
What are these niggas talking about when they're not talking about this?
They're talking about Keke Palmer and how she's.
Oh my god, their content sucks. Let's jump into that.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
No,
yeah.
Well,